man.
It's all
We're
good.
not on our
Hey.
location. We're
Okay, and we are live.
We are live. Thank goodness. Sorry for being late, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of Two Blind Mice. And Mary is here with me
Hi,
today
I'm
because I was so adorable. I actually surprised her, and ended up here in Houston with her. She didn't know I was coming. I'm number one top spot for next Valentine's Day. I don't have to worry about getting.
You might just have a cane that lights up and looks like a lightsaber, right?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That was neat. We're gonna get into that when as to what happened in the picture I put up regarding a lightsaber navigation cadence, what pretty much you could call it. We'll get into that later. Gonna try to get the manufacturer to come on the show, and we'll deal with that. Okay, so anyway, let's get the show started. Let's go on and make some announcements here. I don't know what I'm gonna make.
Oh, wait, who won the tickets?
We don't. We have that. No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't. Albert, did you do that, Albert? Did you already got that taken care of, right?
Well, all I got to do is hit the spin.
Okay, well, we're not going to do it right now. Guess what, everybody? You got to stick around until we shut up. And we may not shut up. So, anyway, so here we are tonight. It is Monday, July 3rd, 2023. We are at the NFB convention. If you don't know what NFB is, it's the National Federation of the Blind. It's a huge convention going on here in Houston. It's crowded. There's a lot of blind people tripping each other over with their canes and bumping everything. Yeah. But you know what? It's still a good place to be and fun. We have to walk a half a mile through different sky bridges. Thank goodness it's air conditioned. So here we are today. Now, what are they now? Oh yeah, next week we got a Spanish show. We're working on getting somebody to come on that show. So for tonight, it's just gonna be the four of us. And tonight we got Chris Peltz with us with Blind Grilling Experience. We'll get to him in just a bit. But first, Justin, surprises with the movie because I don't know what it was.
What movie?
Yeah. Well, so I dropped the ball on everybody. Didn't send out the name for the movie. So I went last week to go see the new Transformers movie with my son for his birthday.
Okay.
And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really make sense with the whole storyline. There's a whole lot of kind of plugs for, current kind of like political environment, like things that are like on the radar. So I mean, the Transformers franchise has kind of fallen into that gap like so many other movies has. Mm-hmm. However, outside of the whole storyline in the Transformers cinematic universe, the movie was really good.
Okay.
It had good dialogue between the two main human characters. This movie as itself individually was great, but if you're a Transformers fan, like you probably did like myself and scratched your head going, wait a minute, this does not make sense from the rest of our stories. Mm-hmm. But spoiler alert, like G.I. Joe is fixing to tie into the Transformers storyline. Oh, so I am really interested to see how that is going to turn out. Overall, I would give it you'll give it a watch. It's a good movie. I mean, you can't complain at the end of the day. We're talking about a movie geared from alien robots that's like coming into our world, and logic doesn't really have to apply to a movie like that.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. You mean Transformers not real?
sorry, like they were talking about Santa Claus after the show too.
Whoa.
Yeah. You mean the Easter
Bunny? Whoa. What's this thing about Santa Claus?
Now, my son, he saw the movie. He enjoyed it, but he likes all that the series where they turned into cheetahs and gorillas and all that. He liked that one.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So he enjoyed it.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
I haven't watched a Transformer movies in like 10 years.
I'm waiting for Barbie. Sorry.
No, so as a man, I have to say I really want to watch that one because it seemed rather humorous.
I'm waiting for Barbie. Yeah.
You guys let me know how that goes. Let me know how that worked out for you guys.
I will.
I'll review it with you, Mary. Don't worry.
All right. He's gonna reboot Barbie with me. Okay.
Scares me.
Says the person that's like talking smack about Steel Magnolias. Like, I don't.
I know, right?
I figure out how to push that off button. You guys.
We even meet him. No, never.
So, okay.
Hopefully Barbie has a Jeep still.
I don't know. Maybe. Got the Barbie.
I've seen the Jeep. It's nothing to be proud of.
Hey.
Is that I put in there shrimp on the Barbie?
No, wrong Barbie.
Oh, okay.
Somebody mute Albert.
Somebody, yeah, come back to the northern hemisphere.
Okay, we have a guest.
Okay, well, actually, real quick before we go to Chris, it's not going to take long, maybe 30, 45 seconds, a minute, 10 minutes. I don't know how long it will take. But yes, we are at the NFB convention in Houston, National Federation of the Blind. We had a great, yesterday was a good day. It was a good day. We got to meet in person Willem from Oko Technologies. We had him on the show about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
We got to meet him in person. He remembered who we are.
We took a picture with him.
He realized how cute I was in person. So
that's not true. And the guy standing behind me was a lawyer, and he goes, "I know who you are." I said, "Oh my God, I'm famous." He knew the two blind mice. I did not know this guy. He knew me.
We had this guy. He was from New Jersey. We had another lady from Portland, Oregon,
that knew who we were.
So Billy the Kid's famous words. What is it, honey?
I'll make you famous. Apparently we're famous.
It did go a little bit to Mary's head.
I did not.
Yes, it did.
It did
She was
not.
like, I can't believe we were famous. So I think she was expecting paparazzi now.
Oh, maybe next year.
Yeah,
Bill, you're the one wearing sunglasses, buddy.
well, I got to.
Let's go that way.
I'm cool.
Well, we saw the coolest invention ever. It's a cane that lights up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give away on that.
Because we're gonna have him on the show.
We're gonna bring him on the show. I'm not gonna give too much, but let me tell you, I'm impressed. I want one.
He
It'll make a
wants
great.
one.
It will make a great. It'll be a talking point for people.
We met
to
him on
see.
the elevator. Imagine that. We didn't even meet him at the conference.
Yeah, it was a chance. Meeting. Yeah.
So we have a guest today. Who's our guest?
Yeah, well, give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay. In closing, there were like a million people at the NFB convention,
Yeah.
and that's it. I guess I can't say any more about that. Now, tomorrow we're going to be continuing doing the whole convention thing. It's going to be here until Friday morning. I think that's when we're going to be here.
It ends Thursday. We're leaving Friday.
Okay, and then Thursday we're leaving Friday. I'm probably going to stay here. My family lives here in Houston. I'm thinking of staying here until Sunday and just catching a ride home somewhere, some way, somehow.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go ahead and get it to our guests because we do have a major announcement at the end of the show. And that's right. This is a teaser. We're going to announce the winner of the raffle that we have for our nonprofit called the White Cane Project. We're going to announce the winner of the ticket and/or tickets. And
To
let's
the
see.
Dallas Cowboy game. I wanted them, but I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't put any money in on it because it's my charity.
For anybody who wanted Dallas Cowboys tickets.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, I'm just kidding, guys. Don't get mad. I'm just joking.
Okay.
Our
Dallas
house is
team?
the Cowboys Texans family.
Yeah, we have a rival.
So we have a rivalry on us. So that's between
I
us.
like the cowgirls.
Hey, watch
Yeah.
your mouth.
They're
That's
good.
enough of that. Okay, let's introduce our guest.
Okay, so anyway, now tonight we got Chris Peltz coming into us. He is got a podcast called the Blind Grilling Experience. I need to slow down. Catch my
Slow
breath.
down, honey.
I'm going to slow down. Okay.
Must have been that pina colada you had.
And I have to. And I have to admit, I am intrigued by his podcast. I've been listening to a few of them. And from personal experience, I used to barbecue. I like to barbecue quite a bit. But ever since I went vision loss, because I've been very apprehensive about barbecuing on my own. Because either I was afraid I was going to end up barbecuing and coming out with half frozen pieces of chicken or charcoal briquettes, one or the other. So I didn't want to take the
barbecue fingers.
Yeah, one or the other. So we're apprehensive about this, but I have to admit, after listening to Chris's podcast, I'm getting a little bit more enthusiastic about starting to do it again. And that's what Chris is going to be here. He's like us, well, except Albert. He's a VIP just like the rest of us. So, Chris, welcome to Two Blind Mice. Take it away. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, and what you think is the best way to barbecue, because I want to steal your secrets.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate it, folks. I really do. Good to be with you guys. My name is Chris Peltz. I am the most interesting griller in the world, according to the podcast anyway. Maybe not according to anybody else, but I am from Missouri. I live in Springfield, Missouri, and so I am a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Go Chiefs.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So hey, we've got the rings. Yeah.
Yeah, we
All
got
right.
some rings too.
Yeah. Well, you got to go way back for that, don't
Hey,
you?
now. Oh! You know what? Somebody mute Chris. That's all right. I won't. My feelings aren't hurt. It's okay.
Oh man, don't worry. I'll get him feeding you really good. You'll
Okay,
you'll
good.
forgive me
Hey,
for that.
hey, Chris.
Yeah.
I just said I don't want anybody to hear this, but thank you.
Thank you. Fine. Tell us about
Oh,
barbecue.
Hey, Philip, I
Yeah.
think we found our sports announcer for whenever football season comes up.
Right? He's got a voice for it.
It
He
might be
does.
quite-
He does have a voice for it.
All right, I'm sorry, Chris.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, well, I have RP and I have not had any usable vision for about 15, 16 years now. And I started, of course I've been grilling for, just about all my life, but for a long time, but, started blind grilling, YouTube channel 7 years ago. And then, it just kind of grew and blossomed for a little while. And then after COVID and a couple of, accidents, a car accident and different things, the YouTube channel kind of took a hiatus, and then we started the podcast, and we've been doing the podcast for 3 years now. We really just hit it hard this year, and we're going strong now, and I think we're going to keep it going. But we talk all things food. We talk about grilling accessories. We talk about the different types of charcoal, lump charcoal, briquette charcoal, gas, pellets, whatever it is, we can talk about and help folks get a better understanding of who are blind or visually impaired. We try to do that. And the YouTube channel, really took off probably 5 years, I guess 6 years ago. And, folks were contacting me and asking, saying, hey, I've been losing my vision and been asking a lot of questions. Cause originally it was just me recording with my kids cooking, just for our own memories. But it just kind of exploded with folks. And, so I started really paying more attention to what we were saying and really explaining things and trying to help others to find out that they can, in fact, use a grill and especially use charcoal grills. We're kind of fanatics about that. But just trying to help others. In fact, we started a nonprofit and we gave away several grilling packages. Our focus was on veterans and first responders, but we have given several to others as well. But those who have lost their sight, and we, provided them a ceramic grill, big green egg grill, and accessible tools so that they could control the temp and monitor the meat, and we would walk them through their first cook and get them going. And it's been a great ride for sure.
Cool.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, but let me go with this one first. Because even I have to admit, we've been having trouble finding one. Which talking thermometer brand would you recommend?
So talking thermometers, there are a couple that are okay. Unfortunately, with the talking thermometers, they basically throw in all the manufacturers do this. They throw in a little speaker and a little voice that reads it out on their lowest line of instant read thermometers.
Okay.
And so they're all cheap thermometers.
Yeah.
Right. And so you can pick one up for, anywhere from $16 to $40.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much going to be the same. You have a brand called Ryzen. You've got ThermoWorks, not ThermoPro. ThermoPro, they've got one that's on Amazon, but I don't recommend it. ThermoWorks is probably one of the better ones, but it's still not great. And there's another, theblindkitchen.com has a talking thermometer that I think is between $16 and $20, and it's just as good as any of them that are out there.
I know that I was going through Amazon about a week ago, and I came across a couple of higher priced thermometers, and it clicked regarding the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth,
Bluetooth,
thermometers. I said, well, if the speaker goes out, I should be able to access it through the app, and it will tell me what the temperatures are,
Well,
because
what does he use?
that
Yeah.
Just say,
Okay.
Jumping the gun here. Okay. So yes, that's us, guys. So
I would
mean,
say whose show is this, but it's two blind mice.
Yeah,
So
it's two.
it's,
Yeah, it's two. Sorry.
yeah, yeah, it is. Welcome to my world. No, so would you recommend that using it that way? Do you think it works? Because I know some apps are not very good with voiceover, and that's what my concern is, and I don't want to be worried about that.
Yeah, so there are a couple that I do recommend that are extremely accessible, that are they're great when it comes to accessibility, but they're not the instant read thermometers. They are ones that they're a probe that you put in the meat while it's cooking,
Yep.
and you leave it in. And so that's the difference. The instant reads are good to have. You should have one, but you can still easily overshoot what you're aiming for, by the time you go and check it with an instant read.
Yeah.
And so the leave-in thermometers are really where it's at for those who are blind or visually impaired. You've got one of my new favorites, in fact, is called Meter Plus. And I'll spell it. It's meat, MEATER plus.
Yep.
Right. So not METER, right? You'd think meter plus, but MEATER plus.
Yeah, I was.
Now they have the single unit, which is the Meter Plus, just the single one. That's the one that's accessible. They have a block that has 4 probes, but it's not accessible. It has a touch screen on it that, as of right now, I don't know if they could ever do a firmware update. I've got some guys that I've talked to that hopefully can help reach out to the Traeger company that owns the Meter Plus now. But maybe they can change that. But right now, the Meter Plus itself, the single unit, is absolutely accessible. There's no buttons, there's no screens, there's nothing except for the app on your phone, and it is absolutely accessible and works great.
Cool.
Amazing. Okay, great. You answered a great. You gave me a great answer on that.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get a little bit personal on here, because like you, I am diagnosed with RP, and I barbecued, and I've only tried once to barbecue again since my vision loss in the last 15 years. And even then, I was very apprehensive. I didn't really want to. So my question to you is, did you go down the same path, or did you just jump right into grilling again?
I never really stopped. I went through a lot of frustration because, and kind of how my story went in one sense, is I was losing my sight. I had metal grills. I had a charbroil, just a barrel grill smoker combo. And, I was constantly feeling around on it, burning myself on my fingertips if I missed the handle and happened to touch the grill. So I went through all of that. And my problem is my drive to eat was greater than my fear.
Wow, you caveman, you.
That's right. And so my brother came and visited with me one day, and I was going to grill some steaks, and he did the one thing that you never do at another man's house, and that is take over his grill.
Oh.
And that's because he felt so bad because I had burnt my fingers a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And about 2 weeks later, maybe 3 at the most, he shows up at my house with a ceramic big green egg grill. And he built a table for it, and he brought it out. He's like, check this out, and so I'm feeling all over it. And he's, go get the meat ready. So I went inside, I did all the prep work, and I came back out, and he said, make sure, get familiar with it again, know where the handle is. So I'm feeling around on the grill, my hands are all over this thing. And I said, all right, let's open it up and light it. He said, it's already lit and setting at 350 degrees. And I couldn't believe it. I just absolutely could not believe that my hands, I mean, it was a summer day. It was in the 90s. So the outside was hot, but I wasn't leaving skin behind, right? I mean, I just thought it was from the sun. And, you know, and that was in 2004. And my world has not been the same since. I mean, I've used that thing. It was winter, summer. It doesn't matter. We've scraped snow off from around that to use it. It's an amazing grill. It does everything from low and slow to hot and fast. And there are other grills, and you can use other grills. There are other techniques, you know, for using metal grills and Weber's and other charcoal type, you know, style grills. But if I can help somebody or encourage somebody to go with a ceramic grill, then who's blind or visually impaired, that's what I try to do.
Oh, okay.
Hint, honey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is amazing. I went on to I listened to your podcast, and you have a large amount of followers on your podcast. And I hope that one day we get to that point. Yeah. But I got to admit, it's impressive. And, you know, you sometimes come across podcasts, both, you know, on Apple or Spotify, or you see them on YouTube, and you're talking tens of thousands and everything, you know, and, you know, they got followers.
Yeah.
But like I said, I have listened to a few of your podcasts over the last couple of weeks. If anybody's listening to this and you're curious about barbecuing, I recommend, because they're pretty interesting. And I know you were talking about your history in barbecuing, your family's history, your dad in particular. You know that. Oh,
was he a barbecuer too? Let him say that. Yeah.
Well, he grilled. I mean, he yeah. I mean, you know, he definitely he did a lot of cooking. You know, both him and my mom did a lot of cooking, so I learned a lot from both of them growing up, for sure.
Yeah, I know Mary used to barbecue, but like me, same reason we stopped. Oh my! I was going to ask you. Oh, have you had the opportunity to enter any contests?
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, I've got a couple of shelves in the living room full of some trophies that we've won several first place in grilling competitions, both here in Missouri, in Illinois, and in fact, it's been 6 years now, I think. The Big Green Egg, and these are all Big Green Egg competitions, but the Big Green Egg headquarters holds an Eggtoberfest. Everything they say is with egg instead of, you know, so Eggtoberfest.
Eggtoberfest.
And I was invited to join a team, the Excellent Eats team, and we won the first place in People's Choice. You know, out of you know, I think we fed nearly 4,000 to 5,000 people that day, and you know, 250 teams that were competing, and we won first place there. And then here, you know, like I said, Illinois, here in Missouri, locally. And, you know, a few other places. I've got several first place from the Big Green Egg Fest competitions that I've won.
Okay, do you have a secret marinade you use, or come on, give it up?
Well, if he's gonna say it, it's not a secret.
Yeah, no, I try to share most everything. And that's the great thing about the egg fests that these local Big Green Egg dealers usually will have. Because what it offers the opportunity is for people to come and to sample what comes off the Big Green Egg, because they're doing it to try and sell the eggs, and so they have these competitions, and they really encourage the teams that are cooking, you know, to share our enthusiasm about the grill and our recipes, and so we're pretty open about that for the most part. But when it comes to a marinade, I will tell you this, because it works awesome with venison. It works great, you know, with like duck, but it also works for like a tenderloin, a beef tenderloin. And it's equal parts soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce. and then throw in some onions, some jalapenos, some peppers. And then if you don't have a favorite rub that you just absolutely want to have, just throw some Montreal steak seasoning in there on it,
Okay.
and let that marinate overnight. And
Ooh.
it's good. It's really
That
good.
sounds
Pineapple juice. Pineapple juice.
Oh yeah,
Pineapple juice.
and we actually throw. That's right. That's one other thing we put in there is pineapples. We'll actually put pineapples in there.
Cool. That's,
Yeah.
oh, you're making me hungry.
Yeah.
We were debating whether or not to order something after the show. I think
Yeah.
you just pretty much made up your mind.
Barbecue. Yeah.
Let me ask you: is there anything you don't cook? Because you gave a long list right now.
Yeah.
No, in fact, I've when I first started the YouTube channel, I and even before, but I issued a challenge to my wife.
Oh.
And that is, if you can cook it inside, I can cook it outside.
Oh no, you didn't. Her
I
lasagna?
did, and so far, I've done it. I've absolutely
Lasagna,
done it.
spaghetti, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll do baked spaghetti. We do smoked baked spaghetti out on the grill. Our chili. We do banana bread.
What? Oh, shut up.
Peach
That's
cobbler, apple pie,
No.
pizza. Yeah, I'm telling you, anything. Desserts, breads. I do breads out on the smoker on the grill. Everything,
That's
absolutely
crazy.
everything.
I need me one of them eggs.
Okay. Do you have a recipe book, or is this just off the fly?
You need to make a recipe book.
I've started a couple of times, and I'll actually give away one of the things that I'm planning on doing, and I have a hard time writing things down.
Okay.
So, but I do have an idea for a recipe book,
Yes.
and it's called Grill Master.
Okay.
All right. And what I would do on each, either when you open, let's say, for like physically opening a book or on a page, the left side would be a grilling recipe, and the right side would be something for our Heavenly Father, our Master.
Yeah, that's
It'll be
great.
the grill and the Master. And so
I
that's kind of
get
my
it.
idea that I want
But if
to
you're
do.
is it gonna be towards blind? So we'd have to do some braille in that book.
It would be online. I would do it
Oh,
online.
online. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So-
Yeah, you should really think about that. Yeah.
I love that idea. That's an awesome. You get you some food for your belly and food for your soul at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
exactly the idea. Absolutely.
I have to admit, I didn't catch it until you said it,
didn't?
and I was very surprised. I got to admit, in a very good way, and I
Yeah.
think that was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we decided to do the show today because we do it on July the 3rd. Tomorrow's
Saturday.
July the 4th.
Oh, we know you're gonna be grilling.
Everybody will be grilling. So, what time are we supposed to
What
get?
time are we supposed to
Yeah.
fly to Missouri?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, I would feed you. Yeah. And
I
And that's
wish. I
what a lot of
wish, or
folks
do
have
I
encouraged me to try and do is have like a like a blind grilling fest or something,
Oh, you
you
should.
know,
Yeah, that's
which that I just don't know if I have the coordination skills to make all that happen. But that would be fun. We have done classes. There's a local grill store here. In fact, ended up getting my wife a job there. So
Oh.
but he does classes in the store, and he's allowed us to go in, and we've done 3 classes for blind and visually impaired grilling classes here in Springfield, Missouri at the grill store. So it's awesome. Yeah.
That is awesome.
That is
That's
awesome.
great.
I mean, boy, if I could generate the interest here, or not here, we're in Houston right now, but back home,
Yeah.
I would like to invite you to come down here and
Yeah.
do a class. I mean, I'll ask. But
We have a lot of barbecue competitions here too.
we do. So
Yeah.
that'd be
Okay,
something.
so the green egg, those are pretty expensive, right?
They can be. Yeah. The great thing about them though is they have lifetime warranties.
Oh,
Right. So if something happened other than a natural disaster or you just knocking it over, because it's ceramic,
Yeah.
we're not talking about a ceramic coated metal grill. We're talking an inch thick ceramic,
Yeah.
like pottery.
Yeah.
And so if for some reason it cracks from use or the glaze starts to come off the outside, they replace lifetime.
Wow. So
Amazing.
you can use charcoal in that or
It
wood?
is a charcoal grill. Use lump charcoal, not the briquettes, but yeah, the lump charcoal is what you use in them, and they're amazing.
Oh,
I may have to look at getting something like that because me with my disability is the barbecue pit that I have. It was custom made for me, and it's out of a metal pipe. And I kid you not, it takes some horsing to lift that lid.
Yeah, I know they're heavy. But when I have
And
to,
there's other brands. There are three main brands. I'm partial to the Big Green Egg, so I'm what they call an egghead. But there's a Primo, right? And then there is KJ or Kamadou Joe. And KJ, they're red, right? So you can definitely know when if somebody's got an egg, it's green, and if they got a KJ, it's red. But they have a hinge system that is it's almost like there's counterweights on. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's super. It's while the lid may weigh 150 pounds.
Yeah.
It's like a feather raising it and lowering it.
Wow.
The hinge system. So it's a neat system. It's a lot more complicated on the innards of the grill and more metal parts, which is why I like the egg. It's a lot, a little bit more simplistic. And for someone who's blind or visually impaired, I really like the simplicity of it.
cool.
amazing.
Well, tomorrow, since the 4th of July, I can't. I told my daughter I can't do the full barbecue, but I can get it going for you. So I'm teaching her. I'm teaching her how to barbecue, and she's actually become quite a good little cook.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, all my kids they love. I mean, they've all moved out. They live in other states now, and they all still grill. So.
You're an empty
It's
nester.
awesome.
for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Go too. Yeah.
So I got an egg.
That's true. Or empty nesters with a green egg.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, now that I'm empty nesters, we can afford it.
We can
Yeah.
afford the green egg. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And any kind of meat you want to put on that green egg.
yeah, really. Yeah.
So what's your favorite meat? What's your favorite meat to barbecue?
I love brisket, and I do Texas style. I do not like Kansas City style
Me neither.
barbecue. I'm definitely a Texas style brisket, salt, pepper, garlic, and or really pepper, salt, garlic.
Yeah.
And so absolutely, that's burn ends.
Yep.
And, yeah, that's where it's
yeah.
at.
I know
So-
my son-in-law, he always sprays it with like apple juice and stuff. He does all that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. It tastes good either way to me.
And that's the great thing. I mean, I'm going to sound like a commercial for the egg, but it really just the ceramic grills as a whole.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to have water pans. You don't have to spritz because they do so well at not only retaining heat but retaining the moisture as well.
Cool.
And so you
Oh
get
my
really
gosh,
good
you're a
juicy
salesman.
meat.
You're gonna convince me to buy a green egg.
Well, I'll make it even easier for you. There's a really cool company called Flame Boss.
Okay.
And they also have accessible thermometers, Wi-Fi thermometers. They're wired, but they have a controller, and the controller connects the fan connects to the bottom vent, and it connects to your app on your phone. And you can actually, once you get that charcoal lit, you actually control the airflow to your fire through your phone, so you can set the temperature you want on that charcoal grill.
That's awesome.
Flame Boss. They're a great company. They've done their best to make their app accessible, and they've done well. And it works. You can monitor not only your pit temp, but you can monitor and control your pit temp, but you can also monitor your meat temp with that as well.
Amazing. All right. Well, to recap, where can anybody listen to you?
Blind Grilling Experience is, I don't know of a podcast catcher that it's not on. If anyone has one and they can't find me, they can email me blindgrilling@gmail.com. Hopefully the website will be up pretty soon. And of course on YouTube at Blind Grilling. We're on YouTube podcast now, Blind Grilling Experience. But Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all those places, we're the podcast is out there.
Cool.
Well, you just gave us ideas for our podcast.
Yeah, we need to expand.
Yeah, I need to expand it. But thanks a lot, Chris. I really do appreciate it. You coming
fun.
on.
Yeah.
I'll admit. I mean, I'm going to go back and repeat myself and say you've kind of enthused me to go back into barbecuing again.
Yeah. Well, both of us. Yeah.
I have to admit, you're making it sound easier.
Yeah. There is an intimidating factor about it, but when you don't, there are ways to do indirect cooks on everything, right? And so instead of grilling chicken breast or burgers direct, where they're directly over the flame, you can cook them indirect. And so there's something between your food and the flame. You're still getting the heat, you're still getting the smoke, but you're doing it indirect, and so that it mitigates that flame fear that a lot of folks have. And so there's all kinds of ways that we can get this done. And email me blindgrilling@gmail.com. I get emails all the time from folks, and I do my best to respond to everybody. And I love talking about food and about grilling and all that.
Okay,
All right,
great.
fantastic.
We appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, you're welcome to stick around, or you can sign off if you'd like to.
I'll stick around if you don't mind.
Okay, then hang out for just a bit. Got to do a couple of things that we got to do here, and then we're going to go off show and we can have a short conversation. And no offense to those who are listening now, it's just
we always have an after show.
Yeah.
We laugh a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't take ourselves seriously.
No.
We don't. There's no fun in that.
Nah.
I want to apologize for coming in a couple of minutes late. It's just we had something that happened I didn't take into consideration was I had no Wi-Fi.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, and it took me a little bit, but I finally was able to get a hotspot, and I want to thank Spectrum because apparently it works very well. I don't think we've had any issues, so a quick shout out to Spectrum. We are going to be doing a Spanish show next Monday. I do not know who the guest is going to be. We are trying to get gentleman Daniel Lubiner from Touchpad Pro Foundation to talk about his drawing tablet.
It's the Braille Doodler.
Yeah.
It's called the Braille.
So we're going to try to get him on next week. Sent him an email, hasn't responded. I'm sure he's busy. The gentleman with the lightsaber cane, I definitely want to bring him on. I thought it was neat. I had a fan.
He's blind and deaf, and he invented it. It's awesome.
It is. It's just there were two couple of nice.
He let me touch it. I got to hold it.
Honey.
I'm sorry. I got to turn the light on and off.
I don't know what to say about
I know.
that.
Don't be jealous, babe. Don't be jealous.
All right, guys. Now we are going, before we sign off, we're going to go ahead and, now for those of you who don't know, we were holding a raffle or a drawing, whatever you want to call it, for the last month. Mary, together, and I with Justin and Albert, we run a nonprofit charity called the White Cane Project. Our goal is to provide free navigation canes to those who cannot afford them here in the U.S. and worldwide. We had a drawing set up for the last month, and we are going to announce the winner. Now, no offense to our Houston Astros, but nobody purchased tickets for the Houston Astros. And
I might just have to buy them myself. Sorry, they go.
However, the Dallas Cowboys did get some tickets purchased, so we're going to draw that. Now, as a reminder, this includes two, I believe they're field level tickets, and we are throwing in a one-night hotel stay for that. So we hope you have a good time.
Downtown Dallas, where it's real cheap. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't know why their number is 1-800-FLEABAG. But
Fleabag.
But no, we're just kidding. No, we, in fact, just to let you know, that hotel that we are going to set you up in is about a 15-minute drive to the stadium. Yeah. And we stayed at that hotel. We
have been there, and the Dallas Cowboys Stadium is awesome with accessibility. I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah, I'll give credit to the Cowboys friend or the Cowboys.
Yes, accessibility
thing. They were very good at helping us get around. Yes. It was a fantastic experience for us.
Even though Dallas won and the Texans lost.
Barely.
Okay, Albert, you ready for the spin of the wheel?
So, Albert, we're going to trust you. To be honest, I know you didn't buy a ticket. Mary and I didn't buy a ticket.
No, we're not allowed
Justin
to.
didn't buy a ticket. So I didn't buy a ticket either.
No.
So this is just for everybody outside. Albert, let's get ready to announce the winner. Spin the wheel. I know we can't hear anything.
Is he there?
I hope so. Are you there, Albert?
Albert.
Uh-oh.
Wait, he's probably doing it. Hold on.
No,
Albert.
he went a. That is
Oh
some of the
no.
worst.
Oh my, that's the worst timing ever.
He's probably hearing us. He just ain't transmitting.
You know what? He wants to keep the tickets. That's why.
think
I know
so.
what his game is.
Okay.
Okay,
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
now we
Yeah.
can hear.
Okay. The
And-
problem is I have to leave this web page to go to the other web page
Okay.
to do the spinning of the wheel.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have to go radio dead silent for a little bit while I hit that button and watch that circle spin and spin and spin.
Okay,
So give
let us know when you
me
come
a
back.
second.
Okay.
I'll keep the air going with a song.
No singing.
No, please
Oh.
don't.
Guitar handy, Philip.
Chris told me not to let you sing.
Okay.
Hey, so today's episode, we talked about fish. We talked about tuna steaks and salmon and wood
We
plank
did?
salmon on the grill. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
that was
How do we
today's
cook-
episode.
That's right.
How do we cook fish on the grill? I didn't talk about it. Did I?
No, he's talking about his.
Oh,
podcast.
did we put it in a fish basket? One of those cage type things that you shut on?
Can yeah, those work
Okay.
well. Yeah, there are some that you do on wood planks. I talked about that on the
Okay.
podcast today. So yeah,
I used to just put it in some foil and
Yeah.
that
yeah,
was me.
yeah.
Then
Yeah.
open it up when it was pretty much done and just let it get the smoke.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a fish person.
He
But,
hates fish, so he doesn't eat
but
fish.
give me some shrimp. I'll grill it. Yeah.
Oh, we can do shrimp on the Barbie.
Oh yeah, and shrimp is fast. I mean, like most fish is a fast cook anyway, but shrimp is really fast. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to overcook it, then it gets kind of like rubbery.
Yeah.
Like, oh. Would you do that on a skewer on the barbecue pit? A skewer?
You can. Yeah. Yeah,
What's that
or
like?
you can have there's a like a little skillet that has holes so you can grill direct, but it won't fall through.
Right.
And you can do it that way as well.
What about these new little they're like not baskets, but they're like, how do I explain it? Almost like a
Grilling
zippy bag,
basket.
like a zippy bag, but it's for the grill. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they're nets, like a net that you put the food inside.
No, I don't know. Not
You haven't heard of that yet? Oh,
No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Mary. I've seen them.
yeah. I wonder if those
Hey
were any
Chris,
good.
I'm gonna before the end of the week, I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna barbecue tomorrow, and I'm gonna throw a recipe out there for you. Grilled avocados.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
love them. Yeah.
Hey, you got it? You got the winner, Albert?
Oh yeah, I've had the winner, but Phil wouldn't stop talking.
Oh, it was me. It wasn't Phil. I was talking. I'm sorry.
I know. I just like being mean to Phil.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Real quick, Chris. I gotta say something. When I made the announcement of Tonight Show, when I did it this morning, I said you're gonna show us all tips and tricks on the barbecuing. You did not disappoint. No, you did not.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
You
for
ready?
that.
I'm gonna do the drums.
All right, hold on. Mary's gonna do the drums.
That's on his stomach.
No, it isn't.
Okay, go, Albert.
No, don't do that.
Albert, who's the winner?
Who's the winner?
Well, Sophia, you are the proud winner of 2 tickets and a hotel stay at Dallas to go see the Cowboys at preseason game.
Against Jackson, or who is it against?
No, it's against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders. Woo!
Sophia Flores.
Congratulations. I'll be contacting
Congratulations,
you tomorrow.
Sophia.
and-
I might even be rooting for Dallas in that game.
Yeah. All right. A woman won. Yeah. A woman won the tickets. I'm proud.
What's that have to do with
I don't know. I
anything?
just proud a woman actually wanted them, like I would.
Well, okay.
You know,
For
women
her
like football.
husband.
Phil, I think
No,
she's
I'm
living
a bigger
vicariously
football
for
fan.
Sophia.
I'm a bigger football fan than Phil is, believe it or not.
What?
Yes. Don't lie. Okay. In the show.
Yeah, but hey, in Phil's defense, he is bigger than you.
What does that got to do with
I don't
anything?
know I don't know whether to be offended or not. Thank you.
What is that supposed to mean?
He
All
resented
right,
that remark.
let's go and close
Just
this
like,
out.
when I
Everybody-
throw him, he doesn't go as further as I do. I don't know. Like, go ahead, honey.
Bye, dear.
But I'm done.
Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, we've done. We already announced everything, so I'm pretty everybody found out who's going to be the winner. So at this point, let's go ahead and sign off. I want to thank everybody for listening in, watching if you can, and I want to thank Chris for being on here today. I would really recommend you go to his podcast because you will listen to some good stories and some great ideas on barbecue, and especially if you're visually impaired. So
I will see you back from Chris Cole in 2 weeks. I'll be back in my dungeon. Just kidding. Back at the school. Go, babe.
I hope nobody heard you.
Oh, I hope nobody from Chris Cole heard that. Oh, damn, I'm in trouble. Back to the counselor's office I go
You notice she said back?
again. You believe that, right? I mean, I'm a troublemaker.
I live with you. You are.
Bye, guys. Thanks for being.
All right, everybody. Thank you for being tonight on Two Blind Mice. Again, we invite you, if you want to listen to the Spanish show, next Monday, July the 10th, we'll be having the Spanish version of Two Blind Mice. And we thank you for listening in. Again, congratulations to Sophia. I'll get in contact with you tomorrow and give you the details, and we'll go ahead and see what we can do.
Okay, Albert, out.
Albert, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.